K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Ace, and of course, tonight I'm joined by my co-host, none other than Mr. Isiah Leong, and you are watching St. Patrick's Day special. How's everyone doing tonight?
Hey, doing well, man. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you guys. It's been a great St. Patrick's Day. Rocking the green right here with the Green A's t-shirt, the Green A's cap. And also, I earlier, a couple hours ago, I went to McDonald's and upheld my yearly tradition, which is to get a Shamrock Shake at McDonald's and drink it while wearing a green shirt or green sweater or anything like that to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. So it's been a great St. Patrick's Day thus far. Looking forward to seeing how lucky we are on tonight's program.
Well, I'll tell you what's blasphemous right now. It's blasphemous that you knew we had a freaking show and you go get a Shamrock Shake. I mean, that come on, Isiah. All right, so let me welcome you.
I needed that sugar, man. I needed that sugar in.
Oh, man. Okay, so let me welcome you in our first time, his first time here. It's our guest for the very first time. Welcome him in. He goes by Davin. Let's bring up Davin.
How's it going?
All right. Fantastic. How's your day going?
Oh, it's going pretty all right. It's been pretty mellow here. Got no complaints. Just been hanging with the kiddo and avoiding people touching me because I don't want to be pinched because I'm not going to wear green.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. So, I really have to know, are you ready for just a bomb show? We're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Oh, absolutely, man. I'm pretty stoked to actually be doing this here right now. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So we do have a few viewers who popped up here. So Dragon Viper 99, we all know who that is. And he's saying, well, hello, guys. How's it going? How's it going out there, Dragon Viper? We hope you're having a great night. Christy Wilson saying, hey, guys. Welcome in, Christy. We hope you're having a fantastic night also. We do have another guest. It looks like he just appeared here. We're going to pop him up. Yeah, it's Mr. John Alcorn. How you doing tonight?
What's up? And I just love what the Oakland A's are doing, and I can't wait to see what type of Higgins moments we have live on the air tonight.
Yep, it's going to be a great show. So I'll tell you what, the first topic that I have for you tonight, this is going to be really interesting. Now, keep in mind, this was inspired from last night. This was a little side conversation that we had after the show last night on our post call. And that's right. Our first topic tonight is going to be, where is the worst places that you can take your date? So a bad, like, first date, second date, wherever. So we're going to have a great conversation about it. All right. So Isiah, you get to go first.
Well, for me, I think the worst place to take, your lady on the first date, I think it's honestly gotta be a 7-Eleven, because, like, really, a first
7-Eleven, really?
Well, you said the worst place, right? To take a
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's definitely got to be one of the worst places, because you go in there, like, your date is probably expecting like a nice fancy meal, and then you come on and give her a chicken taquito and a soft drink like a canned soda, and you don't even have any places to sit there. You're gonna have to stand outside the 7-Eleven and just eat your taquito and and drink your Slurpee or whatever drink that you have.
Did you say a what?
A Slurpee.
Okay, that's better. That sounds better. The way you said it before, I'm like, did you say Slurpee? A Slurpee?
I thought it was Slurpee, to be honest, but then I was like, oh yeah, that doesn't sound right. But
Chris, that's one. Chris, that's one. That's one. So I need to ask this. So hold on before you finish that statement. I need to ask David this. So David, one of our viewers is saying easy choice would be McDonald's as the worst date that you could take somebody. Would you agree with Isiah that it would be 7-Eleven, or would you indeed say it would be McDonald's?
Honestly, like, I probably wouldn't say that it would be McDonald's. Honestly, 7-Eleven is a pretty like especially like, so like think about this. It's like super late at night. She's like, oh yeah, come pick me up at 8. You go and pick her up. You're driving, and she's like, oh man, I'm so excited. It's it's really cool getting to know you and stuff. And you pull into you pull into 7-Eleven and you turn over to her like, well, here we are. come out with two taquitos and some malt liquor. No, man, no.
And have to eat in the car too, instead of eating inside.
On the reverse of that, if a girl did all that for you, like the first time you're meeting her and you're like, oh yeah, let's hang out. We'll call it a date, and she comes and picks you up, takes you to 7-Eleven and gives you taquitos and malt liquor, you could not tell me that would not be a night for the books, dude.
Well,
Like it's a one-way class act. If you're a dude and you're doing it, not classy. If you're a woman and you're doing it, like that's kind of classy, man. I think a lot of guys would dig that.
well, absolutely, because see, you're in my mind there too, because I'll tell you, as a dude, if there's food involved, I don't even care. Like, just get me food, get me a drink. I'm good for it. I don't even care. So absolutely. So Isaiah is saying 7-Eleven. So, David, did you have a different place besides 7-Eleven or McDonald's?
So I think if you're going to Taco Bell on your first date, there's some stuff, and it's not even about the date you're going on. You got some stuff you got to work out. I would probably go and talk to a psychiatrist. I even feel bad eating at Taco Bell by myself, man.
Right. Well, in defense of Taco Bell, I will say that gas prices right now are pretty high. So if you want to lower that down, just go ahead and go into Taco Bell.
Yeah,
and
just go to Taco Bell, man. Look at all the gas you need.
Exactly. So Chardol saying hi. So how's it going tonight, Chardol? We hope you're having a great night. Now, Christy is also saying, Isaiah, not every woman wants a fancy dinner on a date. So
Well, I didn't mean like a 5-star restaurant. I meant like a actual competent dinner at a just a nice restaurant. If you go to like 7-Eleven, the thing about McDonald's is the food is probably not the best, but at least you get to sit down and you get to hang there and chill. But if you're going to 7-Eleven, there's no places to sit. You're going to have to stand outside in the cold or eat in the car. That's like one of the worst places to have a first date at it, and would definitely not make a good first impression.
So James is also saying hi. So I want to say hello to James tonight. All right, John, I'm going to cut this one over to you. What do you think is the worst date to take a woman on?
First of all, it would have to either be Walmart or the Dollar General. You got to think about it here. It's like taking on a date. Hey, let's go get a Dr. Pepper and a $5 rotisserie chicken. I mean, it's like that's the worst place. Imagine you talk about this nice place that has all kinds of food. You tell it's a surprise. And then she comes and then opens her eyes and realizes it's just a Dollar General or just a Walmart. That would have to be extremely disappointing.
So I got one thing to kind of add on to that.
Okay.
Like it depends on, so like even if it is the worst place you could possibly take somebody, it really all depends on the perspective of the person you're taking it. Because honestly, if you take somebody there, if like that was all you could afford was just going to 7-Eleven. You go to 7-Eleven and she actually has a good time. That speaks a lot more about the person you're with herself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just my 2 cents on it.
No, I completely agree with you 100%. And now Christy Wilson's actually saying, this is interesting because you don't hear this a lot. But she's actually saying there's no 7-Eleven by where she lives.
Where do you live? Like,
and
what?
I'm very sorry.
Right. So, like,
I don't know. I mean, it's a general question. Where do you no 7-Eleven?
So Dragon Viper is saying worst place to take a date would be ex's wedding.
That's true. Oh my god!
Like that. Well, it's if you were wanting to go on the first. Man, I have nothing to say about that one. That's horrible.
Well, there's a reason why he already has an ex. So you're taking another one. It's just a cycle over and over. Oh my
It's
God.
like the Lion King. Someday, all this will be yours.
Right. All this will be yours. Yes. I love it. And Christy says that she lives in Montana. So I'm sure, I don't know, there's probably 7-Eleven somewhere around there. But I would definitely say Dragon Viper probably took the cake on that one with saying the ex-wife's or the ex's wedding. Definitely. Like, that's one that I'm like, you might want to question yourself if you're going to do that.
You need help if you're going to do that.
A fish plant, that might be another bad one to take your date to. I will say that.
What if you met at a fish plant?
True. I mean, you definitely could meet at a fish plant. There are local fisheries that you can meet, especially if you're on the coast here.
Tons.
Very, very common. Very common. So there's actually a lot of interesting places that you could take your date to that are very, very questionable. Yeah. So how about we just had another one that came up here, and I want to see everybody's thoughts on this because this one's debatable depending on how you think about it. Now, John, you might go for it, and some guys might be okay with it, but somebody was saying strip club.
No, that's stupid.
No, it's stupid.
That was my second choice behind 7-Eleven.
It's already awkward enough to have a class reunion. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Right. Yeah, it definitely is. I was gonna say Isaiah's house. That would be a bad place to. And you know what, Isaiah? You know it.
No, what about where he works at the airport? No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
1 second, the baby.
You're good. Yeah. Well, because once Isaiah started working at the airport, like just airplanes automatically started canceling all their flights.
Delays left and right.
I know an employee there that got questioned by the security, but we won't name their names because they're not on the program tonight.
He got questioned. Isaiah did get questioned by security. He did. Well, no. Are you talking about? Are you talking about the story between myself and J-Mac?
The one I don't know about that's about, or I'm talking about the one
about the sausage.
The one of a certain person on this program. We won't name their names, but they were working one night at the airport. We were doing a show on MI6, and somebody said a certain word you shouldn't say at an airport. They're in square number 2. We won't say their name, but
yeah, it was like, it was Isaiah who said that.
I didn't say the name, but you. Yeah.
So, David, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay, so get this straight. Isaiah works at an airport, right?
Yeah.
And we're doing a show one night. Well, he decides
It was this show too.
Instead of going home to do the show, he just gets off work and he's like, I'll just sit in the airport and I'll do the show. So as he's sitting in the airport doing the show, he decides to use the word bomb.
Oh.
And then like 2 minutes later, I get like a tap on the shoulder from one of the TSA agents. And they're like, follow me. And you're like, oh yeah, crap. I'm in deep hot water right there.
You knew it was coming. Like,
well, there was also another one too where I was outside walking like from one terminal to the other terminal, and I had my phone with me, and I was filming a video because I was really pissed off after the Lakers lost. So I said like, and I think I shouted this as well on my phone, and I was, someone just shoot the Lakers to the moon already, and apparently someone reported me to airport operations because they thought like I was trying to plant a threat or something like that, and I had to get taken into TSA, and they were like, so someone reported you because apparently you said you wanted to shoot someone to somewhere. Are you trying to bomb someplace, and what are you trying to do? And I was like, no, that's not what I was doing whatsoever. It was just that, I was using an expression. I said I wanted to someone shoot the Lakers to the moon, and apparently I said it too loud and people got freaked out about it.
So
Jeez.
so as you will learn with Isaiah there, David, you kind of learn that Isaiah says some bad stuff at like the
I'm the
wrong
clown of
time.
this group, pretty much.
He's definitely
Yeah.
you can kind of consider him the class clown. Like he comes up with the dumbest things. He's locked himself in a trunk of a car before.
He got locked in his closet in his room and couldn't get out.
Wow. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, be very, very proud of Isaiah. He does some weird crap that you would never even know how he did it, but he managed to. It's just it's crazy. So
Locked myself in a trunk too, in a
At the
car's
airport,
trunk. It was
I
great.
heard about an employee at the airport who actually dropped his pants into the toilet and walked into the women's restroom. That was the guy in Square 2.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, gotcha.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and move on to our next one, which this to me, when I looked at this actually caught my attention dearly because I really, really started thinking about this and I was like, I know there's a lot of people out here who probably would. So basically what it is so a man just bought this brand new house. And as he's looking around in his house, he notices this like it almost looked like kind of like a secret door or like a cutout or something. So he kind of opens it. As he opens it, he looks inside and he finds this like little box. And he's like, what the heck? So he pulls it out, and on the box it says, do not release what is ever in this box. So my question for you is, if you buy a house and you see a box that says do not release what's ever in this box, would you do it? So Dave, and I'm going to start with you on this one. Would you open the box?
No. Like first I guess like there's a like I don't know. If it says don't open explicitly, like there's got to be something bad in it. And it could be like somebody's private stuff, or it could be like a Dybbuk box from that what is it, haunted whatever movie. But if it says no, just don't, don't mess with stuff you don't understand.
So you're automatically saying no, you're not doing it.
No, I mean, like it could be anything. Like it could be something very incriminating, and then you open the box, and all of a sudden, like you're incriminated for having the box. You know what I mean? Like, no. Like,
Are you afraid?
I would be afraid of a box that said not to open it. Like, I mean, like who would do that? Like who hides it? Like, so where do you find the box? Like in your attic, or like what? Is it like buried in the basement? You have to dig to get to it, or is it just like sitting on a spot that says don't open?
Well, so basically this guy just said he was like, he just bought this house and he's just walking around and he happened to find this like little cutout in the wall that he thought was like a secret door, and he's like, hey, I wonder what this is. So he opened it and there was this, it wasn't really a box, it was more of a trunk. And then when he kind of pulled it out, it said, do not release, do not release, do not open. And he's like, huh. And
It's saying do not release. Yeah, no, that's a Dybbuk box. Yeah, no, screw that, dude. No way.
There.
no way. All right. Now we know what Isaiah would say. So Isaiah, I have to know. Yes or no?
You know, David, I'm the opposite of you, because when I see a box that tells me do not open, I immediately start to have a curious, wondering mind, like the mind of Curious George inside me, where I'm like, I gotta open that box. I just have to know what's inside it. So since I live by the mantra YOLO, definitely, there's definitely I would open it, just because who knows, there might be some wild good stuff in it. Like, what if there's, I don't know, 1 million gold bars in it?
It says do not release though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
So
explicitly
I'm thinking there's an
don't
animal. I
let
think
the
there's like
demon
bats in there or something.
It might be an animal, yes, but it also might be, I don't know, it might be like not a rainbow, but it might be some lucky dust or something like that. But for
What
me,
if you
I would,
open the trunk and it's Gary Busey just staring at you?
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. Gary Busey.
His huge teeth,
definitely.
man. Like, I keep it closed, man. You don't want to see that kind of misery.
No.
So
Creepy.
So James is even saying, it could be some type of bad gas.
That too.
I mean, who knows? He could be saying Isaiah should live by the motto, no, no. Well, because technically, if you think about it, Isaiah would go, yes, yes, I'm doing it. So you tell him not to do it, he's going to do it. He's the exact opposite. That's kind of what he does.
And that having gas in it ties back into Taco Bell. The worst way to take somebody is in a trunk.
Absolutely. So it's kind of like that story that you hear to where, the guy's in jail and the guy's like, well, what are you in here for? The guy's like, I took a ride. I took my wife on a ride. They're like, I don't see a problem with that. What's wrong with that? He's like, she was in the trunk.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, what, really?
No.
All right. John, what's your thoughts? Would you release it?
First of all, I would get all the bubble wrap I can, wrap it around there, find a way to ship it all the way to some anywhere else in the ocean or in the air, and just let it free. Because there is no way on green earth. First of all, number one, I would have sold the house or just left. Because there is no way, whatever, I don't know what type of house this idiot bought. Because if you literally find a box that says "do not release," that tells you already bought like some terrible house. No. Find a way to ship that thing off to Route 66 or something in the middle of the desert and drive away, and then you're good to go.
All right. I like it. All right. Christy.
Well, no, I wouldn't open it because it's like I don't want to find out if there's like some creepy animal or a dead body that's decomposing or anything like that. I definitely wouldn't open it.
You never know.
Never know.
So that's why I said it really depends on the person. Some people are very adventurous and be like, yeah, let's go for it. Let's see what's in there. And then there's others like, nah, let's not, because this could turn out really, really bad. So it really depends on.
And they're stupid. I think being like, obviously, if no means no for a reason, and I do not want to open. This is not like the SpongeBob episode. This is real life here, and if it says "do not open," I'm running away immediately.
Right.
Do not open. Okay. Well, no. But you got to use simple words with Isaiah to have him understand. He doesn't understand. No.
Oh, no.
You got to use.
You got to break it down even simpler.
How? That's a 2-letter word.
Right.
Make it microscopic or something like that. I don't know.
Dude, it's a 2-letter word. How small?
What other word am I going to use? If I make the word bigger, there's no smaller word to use than no when I'm telling somebody no. Like if you use a bigger word, it goes bigger. Like,
well, don't use a word then. Just use a stop sign. An object.
Yeah,
that's.
I'm confused right now. Okay, I don't know what to even say right now. As I say, use a stop sign, but no doesn't. Okay.
But the stop sign has words on it.
Yeah, 4 letters.
What, isn't the stop sign like a red octagon shaped looking thing, right? So
I think it's ingrained in humans to be stopped by octagons.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's right.
Survival instinct.
Well, Isaiah, you did get the color right. A stop sign is red.
Like, what?
A stop sign is very red, just to tell
No,
you.
it is a red octagon. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think a bunch of us are like in agreement that no, you don't release it, except we have one that says yes. This next one was actually very interesting to me because this guy thought his main goal in his life was to like break all these world records. Mm-hmm. So in a 1-year span, he broke 53 Guinness World Records in 1 year.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
Yeah. He reached his goal. He said that was his ultimate goal.
How deep was he digging though for these world records? Because you could make anything a world record if you're the first person to do it.
Oh, this guy was digging really deep, like super deep. He was trying to go as far as he could. He had spinning a quarter. He had juggling. He had all kinds of interesting. As I'm reading this, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, some of this is a world record.
There's a lot of things out there that are world records that we don't know about.
Most toothpicks jammed between his fingers.
No.
You can get really obscure with it, man. If you're just
absolutely.
trying to set as many records as possible, you could be like most, sandals eaten in a single sitting. Like I think that you're it's kind of digging. It's you've got to be doing like a lot of really weird, obscure records, like not something cool, like highest jump, or you're not setting an Olympic record, obviously.
Right. So Ashwin is saying, bro. So I think it really caught him off guard with some of the comments going on here from Isiah, John, everybody. So it's been a very, very fun show. I'm glad everyone's having a great time. So thank you for all of our viewers out there. So John, what is your thoughts on this guy? Like his ultimate goal, you would think that somebody would put a bigger goal out there than breaking Guinness World Records. Like he did 53 of them in 1 year.
I would say, what a bum.
What a bum.
Like, I don't get, like, we all have goals in life, that's fine, but, like, dude, that's all that you're excited about. So what do you do for the next 60, 70 plus years of your life? You're just going to sit there and stare?
No, you're going to break more. You're going to break all of them.
He's going to own it. He's going to be like, I'm the man who put the most mayonnaise in the microwave.
But let's say you break all those records, then it's never going to be an ending cycle, because then now you have to redo them again. So it's like that just sounds very a little pathetic, to be honest.
The longest marshmallow nose blow.
Hey, I have gum in my mouth.
Oh my god.
Dang.
Y'all are nasty. I got gum in my mouth. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Why not? All right, how about you?
Me? I think the dude was bored out of his skull, pretty much. If he's willing to go through and break 50 Guinness World Records in 1 year, he must be insanely bored.
Or he has an Instagram.
Or he has an Instagram.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. But tell me that's not impressive. 53?
It is impressive, but like, I mean, setting the world record for most kittens in a toaster at the same time.
Like,
Thanks for the idea, Devin.
No, dang it.
Isiah.
I didn't mean to feed him.
So you will hear Isiah a lot on the show that like he often talks about how like these different felonies he would commit and crap like that. And I'm like, dude, you're crazy.
Oh, did you not tell him how Isiah wanted to put Fruit Loops on his baked potato?
Oh yeah. So David, let me tell you this. We had this very interesting conversation about like your favorite ingredients that go on a baked potato. This dude says that he likes to put Fruit Loops on his baked potato.
Well, does he add milk?
No.
He eats Fruit Loops on his potatoes without any milk.
Yeah, exactly.
We got the sour cream to take care of that already.
Oh,
dude,
The
really?
cheese sauce too.
Please do not put that on a baked potato if you ever have roommates or anything, because you will get kicked out immediately.
That made my eyes water a little bit.
Hey, we got one person in the comments section that wants to try it.
Yeah,
Oh, jeez, really?
I think I'd try it once. That'd be one of the things. I think we can come to an agreement.
Yes,
I think we could try it one time.
Oh, David is on the show saying he would even try it once.
I would try it. I would try it once. Try anything once.
No.
Well, not anything, but most things.
No way.
I would rather go hungry for 2 days than eat. I'm sorry, but that's a Texas sin right there.
Would you try chocolate dipped Cheetos? Because me and Ace have had that.
I have dipped Cheetos in Nutella before, bro. Not even kidding.
Oh.
Dude, no, okay, so here's the thing. You might be like, oh, that's gnarly, but try it, man. Nutella goes good with anything, man.
That's called a food sin. You can't do that against the food commandments.
The only thing I would put Nutella on is wheat toast. That's it.
Not
Oh
even
my
Dave's
God.
amazing bread.
It's wheat
So
toast.
then I have to know, David, what would the 5 best ingredients for a baked potato be?
5 best ingredients. Okay.
Yeah.
So sour cream, number 1. Okay.
Yep.
Cheese, bacon bits, chives, and man, that's like basically everything. Well, it depends on how fancy you're getting it, because chili can go good on it too, or just having like actual meat to put in. Like if you had some pulled pork, you
Okay.
put in
Ooh, pulled pork.
So, it
Doesn't sound too
really,
bad.
it really depends on what's available. But the 4 necessary ones are sour cream, cheese, bacon, chives, and then some kind of meat would be ideal for a baked potato. That's about as Irish as you'll get today.
But hey, some of that sounds amazing. Look, I'm not a sour cream guy. Okay, I'm just not. But bacon bits, absolutely. Chives, absolutely.
Yum.
Like that stuff. The cheese, absolutely amazing. Isaiah's Fruit Loops, not so much. But James is saying that Nutella has been put in worse places if you really think about it.
Oh my God, James! Oh my
Thanks for
God!
ruining it, James. My God.
Oh man, I've got a horrible story. I was, oh man, I don't even know if I should tell this, dude.
Tell it.
I was dating this girl, and they were playing a little prank on me. Okay, and like she came out and she's like, I got a stomach ache, and she like comes and lays down in bed, and I'm like, well, what's going on? She's like, can you just clean up the bathroom for me? And I go in there, and she's put Nutella over everything, and like at first glance, I did not think it was Nutella, right? And like I almost like cried. I was like, I didn't know how sick are you, dude? I'm like,
You waste of perfectly good Nutella. Jeez.
Oh, but all I could say, like they recorded my reaction, and all I could say was, oh.
This is about to go viral.
Oh.
I really hope not. I hope there's not a video of me going around like witnessing that. That was horrible.
Welcome him in. Ish is saying good evening. So Ish, we hope you're having a great night too.
Yeah.
So we're glad you can check out the show. We're hoping you're having a great night. So definitely Nutella can end up in very interesting places. I'm not gonna lie, like crazy places. But those are some great ingredients. So thank you, David, for that. That's a real baked potato. That's all I'm saying. That is definitely a real baked potato. But back to this Guinness World Records here. Isaiah, you didn't tell me your thoughts on this 53 records.
Extremely impressive. It's extremely impressive to break like 53 world records in 1 year. You're gonna have the people out here that are gonna be like, oh yeah, this guy needs to get a life and all of this stuff. But I think it's very impressive. Think about the amount of resources that he had to pour in to try to complete, all these world records that he completed, and all the time that he had to put into digging up, what kind of world record is this? What world record is that? What world record is that? I think it's very, very impressive what he did. And Ace, you were mentioning some of like the weird extreme world records that are out there. Well, I found a website that has like the top 10 totally stupid world records that are actually world records.
10 of them are one guy, I bet you.
So apparently some guy named Finn Kaheeler, age 11, of Utah, he covered his face with 43 live snails, and that is like the record for the most snails on your face.
See, like if you set the standard, you're always going to be the record breaker.
Exactly, right?
Hold on, Isaiah. Hold that thought for 1 second. Because we have a comment here from Ish who's saying, I've seen someone here in KC eat steak with their Nutella before.
No! 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 No!
Nutella makes you
No!
Gross.
No! No!
It's a superfruit.
Perfectly cooked steak does not go with Nutella.
No.
It's
No.
dessert
It goes with
dinner
anything.
mixed together. It's a perfect combination.
Oh
No,
my god,
no.
that is so gross.
Yeah, if they did that in
A1 sauce
Texas,
is a
I'm making
perfect
sure they're going under arrest. That's disgusting.
Dude, people make chicken Nutella. They coat their chicken in Nutella and then bake it in an oven, man. Like,
Oh god, now I'm about to be
it's
sick.
good. It's good. I bet it's good. I've never tried it, but I would
don't
think
even
that
want
it would
to.
probably. Nutella's good. Chicken's good. Honestly, I've dipped weirder things in Nutella.
What?
Dude,
Actually, no,
chicken,
never mind.
You
a
dip
Don't-
pretzel
chocolate
sticks in
chicken.
Nutella?
There's like a Mexican dish that's chocolate and chicken. Like
Oh.
Yeah.
like legit.
I
I'm
love
pretty
chicken, I
sure
love
anyway.
chocolate, but they are not meant to go together, in my opinion.
Sure, chocolate can go with anything. You could put anything in chocolate and get away. They put bugs in chocolate and get away with it. And
Well,
they
yeah,
suck-
I can confirm that. I know
ties
I've
back
had
into
it.
the first conversation we were having.
Now James wants to try it.
See,
All right.
look,
Is he talking about the chicken and Nutella or the steak with Nutella?
I don't know which one he's
I
talking
thought
he just
about.
wants to try the Nutella, man.
Or the bugs in Nutella?
Ooh, don't ruin Nutella for me, Isaiah.
Yeah.
You're
Hey, I was
kidding.
the one that brought it up. David brought it up.
Yeah, but he's not Isaiah.
They just want to blame you because they know I speak the
You
truth.
made him the
Oh,
Instead of macaroni and cheese, macaroni
James
and Nutella. How about
James
that?
is saying steak and Nutella. He wants to try the steak and Nutella.
That sounds classy.
That sounds classy.
That sounds
I would
gross.
cut it into a little strip. I'd put the Nutella on. I'd roll it up and then put it on a little hors d'oeuvre plate. I'm like, steak and Nutella.
No.
Steak and Nutella.
And look at the looks you would get on that.
Man,
like,
somebody would try. If I went to a really fancy place and tried to play it off like, oh yeah, this is culturally acceptable. Somebody would eat it. Somebody would try it. I know somebody would. At least one person would. If you made it look fancy, definitely. You put a little garnish on top.
Oh, okay.
See?
So I guess in David's defense here, James is saying he's had the chicken with chocolate.
It's not. I've never tried it, but I like both things and would probably say they're probably pretty good together.
How about a chocolate brisket sandwich? How about that?
Chocolate- I would try it, man. I'm not a very big sweets guy, but chocolate anything typically has me sold. I've eaten chocolate covered bacon before, man, and it kind of changed my life, dude. Kind of changed my life. You know, made me think about things in a new way. maybe,
You know what?
maybe you can't chocolate cover everything.
So that brings me to a really good idea, something we've never done on this show. Isaiah, I want to see what your thoughts is on this. And maybe this is even when we can bring David back on an episode when we do this. I'm talking Fear Factor style, kicking it with Isaiah and Ace show.
Okay.
I mean, it depends on. I would like to see what we're eating before.
Yeah.
I'd like to. Like I'd go down and buy some, like whatever we need to get to do it. But also too, like if I cook something, I'm gonna have a bias to it. So I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that's good.
Just make sure you get the bottles of Pepto Bismol too, just in case it's extremely
Comes
disgusting.
in tablets as well.
I just think it would be fun to do a special edition Fear Factor style.
Ooh. Hey, and maybe we can also put the disgusting pizza that John has to eat on that show too.
You know what? You know what? So never put Twinkies on your pizza, but you know what? If that's Fear Factor style, we'll do Fear Factor style. We'll put some Twinkies on pizza.
Dude,
You can do a Twinkie pizza.
I think, and just call me crazy, but if you remove the tomato sauce and replaced it with Nutella, it would probably be all right.
Of a chocolate. I've heard of this chocolate. I saw a cooking show one time where she did a chocolate pizza that had like a layer of Nutella on the dough and then some milk chocolate, dark chocolate, and white chocolate chips on it. It looked really good. I
Like
would try that.
Dairy Queen does the ice cream pizzas back here now.
Ooh.
Like they didn't have them since the 90s. So like I remember being a little kid and getting them, but they finally brought them back over here.
Ooh.
And man, it's it's a waste of money, but it's the best waste of money you'll ever have. Get so little ice cream for $9.
Yeah.
So that means, you know what this means, right? So this means, you remember we were supposed to have a segment on every show to where we call Challenging Isiah, correct? So
Yeah.
with this, David is our special guest tonight. It's his first time here. So David gets to pick the challenge that Isiah gets to do tonight on this show.
Oh, I don't even know what it is, but so I'm looking
On
forward
the
to
show.
it.
Okay, so like what kind of challenge this is entail?
Isiah pretty much will do anything. So you tell him to try anything, he'll pretty much do it.
He lives by the motto YOLO.
Can you do a backflip? Anybody asked you to do a backflip before?
Let's see it, Isiah.
I don't
Let's
know if
see
he
you
can.
attempt the
All right, let's
backflip
do
live
this.
on camera.
Oh no, he's gonna do it.
I'm
Oh,
gonna break my own neck.
I'm gonna
he's
feel bad if
clear
this
out
is a
his
horrible
room,
moment.
and then he's gonna try
Dude,
to
I
see if he does a
probably
backflip
won't
without
even
fall-
be
without
able to
falling
do it,
down.
honestly.
All right,
There you go.
Isiah, let's
I
see
believe
it.
in you.
1, 2, 3.
He cannot even do the backflip.
Isiah, you have to actually flip. You can't just jump in the
You
air.
all
That was
right,
so
Isiah?
bad.
So he landed right on
You
his
didn't
shoulder
break
though.
anything, did you?
I didn't land on my head, thank goodness.
If
I
at least
landed
you
right
did
on my
not land on your head,
shoulder.
that's a good thing.
Oh my god.
I hope
I
you
don't
don't
have
have
the
the,
athletic ability to do that.
I really hope
Oh
you're
my
not
God.
living in an apartment.
No, he lives with his parents.
I'm almost
nice.
afraid his next door neighbors are gonna be coming in and be like, "Are you all right, buddy?"
So the
Well,
first
hey, oh,
did
at
not
least,
go well.
at least he didn't see Isiah have a video where he hit his head on a pineapple during
Oh yeah,
college.
he tried to
Well,
crack
correct.
open a pineapple with a skull. He probably got some indents in his forehead from it.
So Ish is saying chicken feet dipped in Nutella? Question mark.
Oh,
Chicken what?
Chicken dipped in
Chicken
Nutella.
Chicken feet.
Chicken
Oh,
feet?
chicken feet?
All
Oh
right,
no.
I'm gonna draw a line right here. No. Well,
Thank you.
chicken feet are good if you're like making stock. Like if you're making a big pot full of stock for like soup or something, but
Oh yeah.
just eating them on their own, better not let anybody see you doing that.
Right? So James also saying when this show's on, he wants to join the Fear Factor edition because he wants to buy the Twinkies on the pizza. So yeah. I guess
what
that's
did
a
I
thing now.
do?
I guess that's a thing now. I guess it's Twinkies on pizza. So
They started a trend here.
We were all laughing at John for having to do that because he lost fantasy football, and now I bring it up on the show, and everybody else is gonna have to do it as well.
Yeah, it's gonna become everybody's just it's gonna be the new norm. Just
yeah,
pizza. They're gonna start
Definitely.
selling it at Papa Murphy's.
and you heard it right here first on Coast to Coast. You heard it right here first. So
Get it
So
trademarked quick.
yeah, it's trademark right here. It's trademark right now. This is trademark. We're good. All right. So I got to hear David's final thoughts on this record. On these 53 records. I know we kind of went off course because we kind of jump around. That's what we do on the show. We have a great time and kind of jump around. So David, your thoughts on this 53 records that he broke in 1 year.
So if he's a younger dude, I believe 100% he was doing it for Instagram clout. You can't deny me. If he's an older guy, he's a cowboy.
Cowboy.
Bottom line. That's the bottom line. Like if this guy's like pushing like late 50s, getting into his 60s, and he does 53 world records in 1 year, like yeah, that guy's awesome. But if he's some 14-year-old with ADHD, like no.
No.
I could have done 53 records before somebody blinked. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, like no.
All right. So this brings up to our next interesting topic, which I don't know, how many of you believe in like maybe astronomy and things like that, but
It depends.
I don't believe in geography.
But there was these scientists who believe that they found a far off moon, and like
Ooh.
and like a group of stars. So, the question is like, do we really believe that there's more planets and moons and everything out there? Are we actually really the only like true intelligent life that is out here?
There is like a math equation that I forget what it's called, but there's chances of life in the universe equation. I'm not googling it. That's thinking sound. It's I believe it's the Drake equation, if I can remember correctly. That's the thing that I didn't type into Google.
The thing you did type into Google.
Yeah, the Drake equation is a probabilistic argument used to estimate the number of active communicative extraterrestrial civilizations in the Milky Way galaxy. So not even, and it's pretty conclusive that odds are there's probably others out there. You know what I mean? And it's not. It wouldn't surprise me if there wasn't. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I think that speaking from a scientific standpoint, the odds would be stacked against us to not have life. I think that there could probably be something else out there.
There has to be, man. I mean, there really has to be.
Well, and also too, like our definition of life is really like we've seen life on Earth. You know what I mean? Life on another planet could like literally be like things made out of rocks. You know what I mean? It could possibly be in ways that wouldn't even make sense to us. You know what I mean? Because we're used to what's here. And like we even have stuff here that doesn't really make too much, like jellyfish. If you looked at a jellyfish, they're conscious, like they're not mindless floating things out in the ocean. They pick and choose targets, like they prioritize stuff. It's incredible because they don't have a brain, but they hunt. You know what I mean? So our definition of life, you know, is so slim that I think that there could probably be something else out there. Probably something that we wouldn't even be able to understand, really. You know,
which is funny that you mentioned jellyfish, because in one of our shows that we had, we talked about where people were, and I know Isaiah, you're shaking your head, but it's a thing. It was brought up because people were actually concerned about a jellyfish apocalypse. So people were actually preparing for a jellyfish apocalypse.
Oh, dude, no, that's kind of okay. So, do you remember Fukushima happening a couple years ago?
Yes, yes.
There was an earthquake over in Japan, and it messed with these radioactive facilities. I'm not sure what the technical terms for them are, but it leaked radioactive waste into the ocean and created what's called a biological wasteland. And what happens when a biological wasteland happens is not even plankton or not even microbes can live out there. And the only thing that thrives because they can scavenge are jellyfish. And they get to monstrous sizes. Like it was a very real thing that was happening for a while. I mean, and like there's whatever opinions on the radiation from Fukushima, but it definitely does happen.
Hey, Adam, I told you guys, jellyfish apocalypse is a real thing.
Man, David, you're up here giving this man ideas.
Yeah.
I like this guy already. Bring it back all the time.
Oh man! All right, John. Your thoughts on other moons and everything else that's out there?
First of all, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Two, if they let me go into Area 51 and look around, then maybe we could have a different conversation. But until they let me straight up walk into Area 51, then no. I mean, I think it's stupid. But I do want to know if there is, which I don't think there is at all. It's dumb. Let me search into Area 51. If there isn't anything out there, there shouldn't be any harm. Let's just march into Area 51 right now and see what they're doing or not doing.
We're doing round 2.
Round 2.
Yeah.
All right, Christy, your thoughts?
Weird.
E.T. phone.
Yeah, but then again, E.T. phone home.
Very good.
I mean, I'm a big believer in, there is, other life forms out there. And, there is definitely a possibility of other planets, other moons out there. I'm interested in finding out what they are, whether they're inhabitable or not. And, say there's other life forms out there. Not the weird aliens with the big bug eyes and do all that stuff.
Well, there is some.
Like do all the crazy stuff in like South Park, like communicate with cows.
All right, Kyle. So there has to be
Like
some
using one South Park.
there has to be some form of other life out there because Isaiah's here, so there has to be some kind of other form of life.
Be communicating with him first of
Just-
all.
They're communicating with them.
Yeah, like Isaiah, take us to your leader.
Take us to a far out land to your leader.
Oh, jeez.
Take us there. Take us there.
Take us to your leader.
Right. So
Live long and
I don't know.
prosper.
these are just what the scientists are saying. Very, very interesting, kind of a interesting thing to bring up here. I just want to throw that out there just to kind of get, final thoughts on that anyways. But, it's been a great show so far. We're getting there. We're getting close to that hour mark. So, since David's been our special guest tonight, I have to know, David, how did you enjoy your first show so far and kicking it with Isaiah and Ace?
Oh man, I always like to have a chat with strangers, and if it can be broadcasted, that's pretty cool too. I mean, I'll pretty much give anybody the time of day. You guys are nothing special, but
See,
no,
Isaiah,
totally just kidding,
Thanks.
totally just kidding.
Isaiah's immediately throwing his hands up. What? Really?
this had like 50 minutes ago.
Excuse me.
Yeah, he said that. Of course he said that. All right. John, I hope you had a fun time tonight, like normal.
No, it's always good. Isaiah only had like one or two Higgins moments.
That's it.
He got it under.
Amazing.
Yeah,
No, Isaiah, you got it under 5 this time, so we're proud of you.
it's a holiday, I don't want to cause too much stress in the world today. I don't want to cause too much chaos.
Well, the group chat says otherwise, but that's okay.
If for you to cause chaos, all you would have to do was basically go on Facebook and tell everybody that you're gonna have an offspring, and that's what would like.
Oh my!
Well, no, I'll share that after the show. Never mind.
I'm just saying that would cause chaos around the world. I'm not gonna lie, that would cause a lot of chaos. I know, Isaiah, you wanted to do something special for St. Patrick's Day. So you can say whatever you want to say about St. Patrick's Day. This is your little spiel, your little time for your St. Patrick's Day.
Be careful. They have an
Wait.
part Irish on the show, so I will watch it. But
Well,
Same here.
the thing I wanted to do was I wanted to do like a special St. Patrick's Day trivia because now that Callan's not here, it was gonna be my night to win it all. But
Have you heard that ray of knowledge that? But have you heard that ray of knowledge that David was just spitting out there? Like that's things that I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't think you could take David in trivia. I don't think you could.
It's nice.
Do you know what St. Patrick did?
no, I don't. Did he?
Chased all the snakes out of Ireland.
Got rid
I thought St. Patrick was like a leprechaun to be.
No,
I thought that's why you see the leprechauns.
he's an actual saint. Like
people assuming that St. Patrick's Day is all about booze.
Chris, you got to give another one. Chalk another one up for Isaiah. Chalk another one up there. It's still nothing like when he thought that Robin Williams was a singer.
Oh my god!
No.
He is. He's the genie.
thought that Elvis Presley was a part of the Beatles.
Ugh.
See, the thing is, David, I don't really know that much pop culture. Like, I'm not really in tune with the
basic stuff.
bands.
The Beatles. You don't
and-
know.
Right.
there's like I know a lot of really useless information. Like I know a lot of really interesting stuff, but none that are actually like applicable to things that I do on a day-to-day basis. But
Oh, Lord.
yeah, man.
I mean, but like, hey, that's what happens when you have lots of time,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm looking at these like world records that we were talking about. These stupid world records. Apparently, this lady in Indiana holds the world record for the most marriages, as she's been married 23 times in her life.
You know what, Isaiah? Just for you, we're not going to do trivia, but I know because you like this, we're going to do 2 rounds before we wrap up the show. We're going to do 2 rounds of Would You Rather to wrap up.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Would I rather be a leprechaun? Hell yeah, instead of a human being.
All right. So Isaiah, the first one that's going to start out with you is: would you rather be covered in fur or be covered in scales?
Oh.
There's advantages to both, man. You got to think about it.
That's right. I'm gonna go with the fur just because, you know, winter time I can be all cozied up and I don't need a blanket. I could just randomly plop down on the ground and fall asleep, and I don't have to, have any blankets or anything like that. It'll keep me warm, and I don't even have to wear a jacket too. So that saves a lot of money as well. So definitely got to go with the fur.
A lot of money on jackets.
Wait.
How much money?
You're just gonna go around. If you had that much hair, you just go around without a shirt on.
Oh yeah. You don't even need to buy a shirt. You don't have to buy any
At a
clothes.
restaurant's really quick like that, man.
You get kicked off.
I don't care how hairy you are. Put a damn shirt on.
Right.
Assistant Austin Powers.
Oh, jeez.
So, all right, this one would come to David. So, would you rather have one get out of jail free card, or would you rather have a key that can open any door?
I'd rather have a key that could open up any door because I really just don't plan on going to jail anytime soon. I feel like having a card like that's a get out of free card would be kind of like a cop out. Like if you got that, you're like immediately know like, yeah, you're gonna commit a crime. I definitely would take the key that opens anything. Because think about how many like locked things, like if it could open anything, you're saying like, what if I could open like a secret King Tut tomb with it? You know what I mean? Like that'd be kind of cool.
I'd watch out for
Okay.
I could open the minds of the youth of America.
All right, John, this one's going to come to you. Would you rather live in a haunted house or in the middle of a desert?
The middle of a desert. Because at least with the haunted house, I don't have to deal with anything scary. At least out there, I'll be by myself. I don't have to deal with anything creepy.
Dehydration is scary.
Yeah.
You forgot about the camels, though.
Is it the Arizona desert or is it like the Gobi desert?
It's like any desert, really.
like the Sahara Desert.
Ooh.
Sure, just build a house with the AC. I'm good to go. It takes a while, but I would rather do that than a haunted house.
You know, it doesn't. It doesn't. State. It just says, "Would you rather?" So
If it was a really cool ghost that was haunting the place.
Yeah.
All right. Christy, would you rather have a would you rather have a daughter have Hulk powers or a son with Beyonce's talent?
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh man, tough choices, Christy.
Very tough. I go son with talent.
You go with what?
Why not?
What?
Okay.
I said son with Beyonce talent, singing and dancing. I don't know.
Just make sure you're his manager, so you can cash in and all the money.
Manager.
All right.
I need to work with people here.
All right, Isaiah, your final question is: would you rather have a pet skunk that sprayed you once a month, or a pet porcupine that quilled you once a month?
Question for him.
It's easy.
So I'm basically gotta pick like the lesser of the two evils then at this point. Oh, I gotta go with the skunk because I really don't hate any. I really hate any silver of pain. So gotta go with the skunk. Because even if you get sprayed, yeah, you'll smell, but you'll be taking a bath like every month in tomato sauce, which I don't mind because I like tomato sauce. I like.
Dude, that tomato sauce is gonna smell like refried chard. You don't want to.
Well, you wouldn't be keeping the same tomato sauce.
Right, but
bath
over
every
and
single
over,
time you'll dump
the
it, obviously.
skunk is refried chard air in the air right in front of you, and that's what you want.
It's still much better than a porcupine just stabbing you with its quills all the time or once a month. You guys know I hate getting shots. I took literally 11 months just to get my first COVID shot because I was so scared of the little needle. How can I handle getting a porcupine stabbing me with its quills? Once a month.
right.
I can't do it.
I got to move on to David's question here. So your question would be, would you rather be trapped in a video game or have the video game come to real life?
I would rather have the video game come to real life.
Yes.
Like if I just like woke up one morning and everything was Skyrim, honestly, that'd actually be pretty horrible. Either scenario, I'm probably pretty screwed. I mean, I like to think of myself like, yeah, if I was in Skyrim or Elden Ring, oh, that'd be awesome. I'd do magic and like, no, dude, I'd probably get killed. I'd probably die. Like from probably not even something that strong, like a level 2 spider I'd be walking down the road trying to get groceries from, ye old Safeway, and I'd get mauled by a giant spider.
Oh,
Mauled by a giant spider.
So I mean, if you're going into a game, like you got to think about it. Like, are the game's rules applicable to you? If I die, do I just reload? Or what? Do I feel anything while I'm stuck in the game? Because I get stuck on games all the time, dude, and it makes me feel a lot.
Okay.
No, I think probably the latter would be better. To have or to be stuck in a game would probably be better than inflicting that upon the whole world. Like, hey, everybody, guess what? You got to deal with angry Pokemon when you walk to school or work now. Like, if you don't go in the tall grass because you'll get attacked by a Pokemon.
Okay. All right. John, would you rather have an odd-shaped nose or odd-shaped ears?
I would say odd-shaped ears, because have you seen how ugly Squidward is? He literally had to get a nose job. I would say at least ears, because at least with the nose, if it's all flappy, it's gross.
Or you could probably hear better with the ears too.
Yeah, that.
With a big nose, you could probably smell better.
But like, there's some things you just don't want to smell at all. And
Right.
that's where here lies the problem.
I don't want to smell anymore.
That's what you're talking about. Then that nose really doesn't help.
All right. Christy, would you rather have a horse's tail or a unicorn horn?
Horse tails are good for swatting flies.
Head.
A what?
Horsetail.
Horsetail?
I
Okay.
don't horn coming out of this part of
It would be so inconvenient to walk into stores having to tuck your head on.
You just have to walk like a stallion. You'd have to intimidate people with it.
this thing on my forehead. It would be ridiculous.
Well, how would you drive though? You try to
You're trying to drive and then your horn sticks the window and breaks it.
You just get a convertible.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna finish this up with for Isaiah. I usually ask him the final one. I always do. And this one, you know what? And this one is because you've doused yourself in syrup before. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So my question for you is: would you rather be doused in syrup and given a bath by your mother, or doused in syrup and be given a bath by your grandmother?
Oh.
Oh,
It's gotta be the
man.
grandmother because my mom would be like, "What on earth are you doing? Why would you do this to yourself?" And just like lecture me throughout the entire bath. But the grandmother, would have more more like patience and would be more nicer about it.
She give you like a popsicle after.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So that was our last question. So now we'll go ahead and give our final thoughts, and then that'll be it. So Isaiah, we'll start with you. Any final thoughts?
My final thoughts is that it was a great show tonight. Thank you to Christy, David, John, for coming on with us tonight. It was so much fun. Happy to St. Patrick's Day to everybody, and I'm so bummed that I don't have corned beef tonight because I tried cooking it by putting it in the oven. I tried baking it, but I forgot to put I guess you have to put water over it and make it like that to make it moist. I tried cooking it by just sticking it in the oven, and that thing is just dry as heck. It's so hard. It's burnt up. It's like corned beef, but like a toast. Like the toast with bread. It's like that. It's awful. So and I had the potatoes ready to go. The onions not quite because I was chopping them and I kept crying, and I just was like, yeah, I can't do that anymore. So I'm bummed that my St. Patrick's Day dinner was ruined, but hey, that Shamrock Shake made it so much better.
All right. So David, your first time on the show. Any final thoughts for you?
Well, I mean, honestly, this was pretty fun. I definitely if you want to, hit me up again sometime. I'd be happy to come and, run my mouth a little bit. But, you guys are honestly all really awesome, man. I had a really good time doing this. And yeah, I'm not going to talk in circles now.
All right. John, any final thoughts?
It's always a joy to be on. I won't be able to obviously come on every week. This is because it was spring break, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. I think we got potentially a show Saturday, and then I got of course Around the Horn next week, and a couple other shows and other stuff coming up with the network.
Around the Horn.
All right, and then Christy, any final thoughts for you?
Well, thanks for letting me hop on. It's always fun to come on here and just have fun with you guys. So thank you for letting me come on.
All right, and then of course we want to thank all of our viewers for watching. I want to thank Crispy Bacon in the back because definitely we couldn't do this without you. And that's right. Keep in mind he has the name of Crispy Bacon because he likes bacon and he likes it crispy. So so we give him the nickname of Crispy Bacon. And so every time I see a commercial and they're like, "Come on down and get some crispy bacon," I'm like, I don't know. Is that the crispy bacon you're talking about? Or like actual crispy bacon? Like it makes me question it. So, so with that, we hope everybody has a fantastic night. And remember, my name's Ace, and I have a foot fet. I'm just kidding. I do not. Have so I really hope everybody has a fantastic night, and we will see you next week for another episode of Kicking It with Isaiah and Ace. Have a fantastic evening.